Hello, traders, and welcome to another Funded Trading Plus interview. Today, I'm joined by a fantastic trader all the way from Dubai, Usman. He has profited over $16,500 with us so far and is currently up another $37,000 in his funded account. Hello, Usman. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Oh, well, thanks a lot for coming on the interview with us today. I'm really excited to be talking to you. So why don't you introduce yourself to the viewers?
I'm not a professional trader actually. My profession is like civil engineer, so I'm already like 13 years experience working in the civil engineering field. But recently, since 5 years, I have been involved in the trading. When the Bitcoin was quite taking hype in the mainstream media in 2017 and 18, when I just came to know that about the trading, so I actually started with the crypto. But in the start of the trading, everyone once they make profit, they have like a dreams. They will be like rich in quick days. So
Yeah.
first 2 years was like the same. It was like up and down, had losses and everything. So after 2 years, I came to know about the forex trading. So actually, I was streaming on the YouTube and finding different tools, indicators, and all. Then I found like my mentor, his name BBAT, Black Box Trading. So the way he look at the market. I actually really like it. And as an engineer, I was also adopting the same concept what he was discussing. And I adopted that in the Forex. And then I tried since last 3 years. I'm consistently making profit and having funded accounts also from the prop firms. So since 1.5 year properly, I'm just dealing with the prop firms as well as my personal accounts as well. Yeah.
Very nice. So you're actually still working a full-time job and trading and making that much profit.
Yeah.
That's a really good achievement, and just congratulations on that. So
Thank you.
you started trading when Bitcoin first come around. Did you actually profit from Bitcoin, that Bitcoin era, or was it a little bit hit and miss when you started trading
I
Bitcoin?
yeah. I remember when it's on the mainstream media, you started getting calls from these brokers, and they tell you like, okay, this is like how it works, and it goes all the way 17, 19,000 in few months, and you will make money. So I started my account, and the very third day, I actually make 3,000. So things were not like that, but actually I realized when it goes up, it goes down also the same way. So yeah, when the Bitcoin when I started, I made the money in the start, but later on, whatever you made, you all lost. This is the same
Yeah.
story for all.
Yeah, it's that vicious cycle, isn't it? It is that vicious cycle.
Yeah.
Well, my question to you then, Usman, is when having a full-time job, what keeps you motivated to trade and what keeps you motivated and disciplined to still trade? Because you must get tired, you must get fed up sometimes, working full time and then coming back. How do you do that?
Yeah, as I said, by profession, I'm a civil engineer, but my passion is trading. Since I came in to the trading, right now, actually, it's really attracts me because whenever you have something which you love to do, so you do it perfectly, even you don't find time. I know that I am doing work like since 8 to 4. I'm all the way full time job, and after like 1 hour and a half, I have to be get ready for the New York session, and I have to be in front of the screen like maybe 6 to 7 hours consistently every day. So it's not like you cannot do anything if you don't have a passion for this. So trading, I really love to do because this is something like is sometimes your profession you don't really love, but you still have to do because you have already graduated or postgraduate in that. I don't have any professional qualification in finance or anything.
Yeah,
Maybe I
yeah.
will have in future, but right now trading since I joined, and after that when I changed my perception, as I said, after I have followed my mentor, I have completely I'm loving it. That's why I have my goals set up, and I have to sit like every day to achieve these goals and to be like somewhere where I could recognize myself, like my skills in trading, which I recognize maybe it's not perfect as in my profession. So that's why once you love something, you all have to sit, even you don't find time for this, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you mentioned a very good point there. You talked about goals and setting goals for yourself. Where do you see yourself, Usman, with trading in say 2 to 3 years' time? What is your goal? Do you want to end up trading full time, or will you always want to keep that professional job that you currently have?
No, of course, I want to have liberty, and I want to be my own boss. So ultimately, I have to be. I will adopt it as a full time for sure, but not now, because right now my goals are within these few years. I have to actually build my skills. I have to improve further. The rules and everything which I have set and I'm following, I have to be more consistent to those, and I will build my accounts with this funded or prop firms where I could have like enough capital, so that I will be just like only dealing with these accounts with my all like consistency and the skills, where I will not have any thought of just starting from the start. So my goals are right now to get like enough funds that I could easily trade like very minimum risk, and I could easily make as a passive income from this, even if I will not have my own professional job.
Yeah, because it's one thing that I see a lot with traders is they will maybe get their first funded account and that's it. They leave their job straight away. They get the first funded account. That's it. I'm leaving my job. I'm trading full time. I'm going to buy the Lambo, and then it falls down very quickly, doesn't it? So it's good quite refreshing to hear a trader speak about patience and how they're going to like how you have your long-term goals set out, and that's really refreshing to hear. Because obviously we've been watching your accounts very closely, and you started trading with us on $100,000 account, and now you
Yeah.
are trading. You've scaled it all the way up to an $800,000 account. Can you just talk us through that process, because that must take a lot of patience, determination, and obviously skill.
Sure. So when I started, first time I heard about FTP is also funded trading plus. When I look at their scaled in plan, and this was one of the best attraction I had, because this you will not find in the other funded proforms, funded accounts. So that's how I just entered. I think like last 4 months before in December, I started with funded in plus, and I aimed that time that whatever skills I have to just apply here in order to get it completely up to the 2.6 million, which is the maximum
Yeah.
funds that FTP can give. So once I started 100K, my goal was very simple. Like I always keep it very low risk. And there is no time constraint from the FTP, which is also a very good point where traders don't have to rush and they are not under pressure. So they just have to wait and the patience, and then they will just take the best trades and at the right time. So my aim was only to get it to the 10% and get it to the 200K. I was not thinking about the money. I was not thinking about to withdraw it, or to think about whatever profit I will make. I will like do some other stuff. So my aim from the start was that I have to reach to 2.6 million. That's how I started FTP account. And when I reached to 200K, I withdraw the profit. I withdraw like 5,000 initially after first scale up, and then second scale up also. The reason for the withdraw is that once you make certain percentage, then I withdraw some of the money like 25% or 20%, just to reset my mind also that my profit is now percentage of profit is reduced, and now I have to reset again with very carefully. I have to build it again. So I am withdrawing the profit also in the same time scaling it up also, because once you scale up your account also, your overall profit amount in percentage will reduce. So then you have to like reset also. Like this is like psychological barrier. Like you have
Yeah.
like an 800 account, 37,000 maybe is 3-4%, but on 100K maybe it was 37%. So which means
Yeah.
if I have 37%, I could take more risk, which I don't really want to. So that's why scaling up with little amount of to withdraw as a profit, but to reach at ultimately to 2.6 million. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. You mentioned a simple approach psychologically to try and just go, and I'm going to make 10% and then go from there. I'm not going to think about the 2.5 million yet. I'm going to go from 100 to 200, because a lot of people will just look straight at the $2.5 million account. They'll get worked up, and then that's when the psychological impact comes into it. So
Yeah.
yeah, you mentioned keeping your psychological side of it really smooth, which is good to hear. But you also mentioned about paying yourself as traders. And we've seen a lot of traders come through our prop firm who don't pay themselves. So they might be up a good 10, 15, 20%. They don't pay themselves, and then they hit a bad run of losing trades. And then that goes on to affect them psychologically. And then they go on to maybe blowing the account or being back at square one. So it's really good to hear that you are paying yourself as well, because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, isn't it? We want to get paid and we want to
Yeah.
develop a skill and develop a good account. And it's good to hear the long-term mindset that you have brought. Now, one thing that the viewers will definitely be interested about hearing is the profit that you have made and the profit that you are currently up as well on your account. So you've profited about $17,000 with us so far. There must be some sort of an emotional feeling that gives you, Is that how, in terms of other prop firms or in terms of payments that you have received from your trading, how does that stand compared to where what you've already had in terms of payouts and stuff?
Yeah, as I said, like it's very attractive once you make your first profit, like you reach a certain like a milestone, 10%, and then you think of like, okay, now you have this amount, and you could now at that point you feel like, okay, if you withdraw, then it's a huge amount. So just to balance this, like because you have to step up also. If you will keep withdrawing your profit, your amount of percentage will be reduced, and to reach to the next step you have to of course cover up all. So that's why I set like a certain percentage for myself, which is 25% or 20%. After a month I see how much profit I make, but my main aim is the actual goal where I have to reach the maximum
Nice.
percentage. So when I see like first 10%, I was of course happy that I have to withdraw all, or I have to keep the buffer
Yeah.
only like 6%, and rest I will leave. But at the same time I was thinking that maybe if sometimes you have a bad days, and of course I always care about the risk management, and I always take care of my losses. But 6%, if you have like one or two three times bad days, you could again lose your trading account. So then you don't like withdraw all the amount. But of course once you see the huge profits which you withdraw, it's of course happy, you're always happy. But keeping this in your account still will always give you like
An
a
edge.
thought that
Yeah.
still have to reach to further like 10%, which is like right now 4% or 5%. So this amount, maybe amount is big, 37,000, but this is only 4% of 800,000. So I
Yeah.
still have to reach 10%, which will be like at $80,000. So I always see the gap, but not the amount, which is 37,000. It make you like happy, fine, but whatever I withdraw, that's only what I need to just to
Yeah.
conquer my like,
So you're
psychology.
focusing, so you're focusing on the percents rather than the monetary value of it, yeah.
Yes.
Because I can imagine if
Exactly.
I'm certainly if it was me trading and I seen $37,000, Usman, I might not be as calm and collected as yourself and that. But that's a really good answer, really, really, really good answer. I really like what you mentioned about risk management, about taking your time, looking at it in percents and not in numbers, because that is a really, really big numbers that you're playing with as well.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the profits when the profits that you do withdraw? What do you do with them? Do you reinvest them into personal accounts? Do you
Uh,
spend them on yourself? Do you treat yourself?
yeah. So yeah, of course, one of the uses again to buy another funded account and go up to the maximum, whatever firm is offering you, for
Mhm.
definitely. Other, of course, like I had been like recently passed through very hard time financially, which was like a different life situation where I had to go through like a very hard financial crisis. And during that time I stopped trading, but yeah, just for those kind of things I still use these profits, and I will still keep this a part of this to be still utilizing in that way. But my skills or this will not affect because of that. At certain point I knew that even if I will be like zero, or I will not have anything, but I still have trading skills, and if I need only one funded account I could build myself, even financial crisis will drop me down all to the floor. So that's why the amount I'm just I needed to have it for this particular situation which I had like last recent few years. So I need it every month, which I will take, of course. But at the same time, I'm just building wealth. So this is ultimate goal. So long term, I'm looking at this. But yeah, small amount which I have to have it because I need it. So that's I definitely withdraw and use it.
It's a really, really good answer that for myself and for other aspiring traders to hear that even when you're going through a financial difficulty or other problems in your life, to hear the fact that you in your head knew that you have this skill outside of your normal job, which you can use for the future to build up, as you've just said, your own wealth and stuff. It's really inspiring. And I'm sure that the viewers, people watching this interview will also relate to that knowing that one day, even if they're going through a hard time financially or with family or whatever, they know that they have this skill to be able to benefit from. So that is absolutely great answer, Usman. So I really, really appreciate speaking to you. What is your favorite trading session?
Of course, New York.
Yeah, MetaTrader 4 or MetaTrader 5?
MetaTrader 4.
Stop loss or no stop loss?
No stop loss, but yeah, overall risk management as a overall loss, but not as a trader, each trading loss.
Do you take partials or do you just let it run to your take profit?
No partials, yeah.
Trade news or don't trade news?
Trade news, but just a little bit wait after the news.
Would you prefer a higher win rate or a bigger risk to reward?
A bigger risk to reward for sure. My win rate is only 68%, but I always aim for 1:2 or 1:3 or 4 sometimes. Risk reward.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant effort there, Usman. Thanks a lot for that. So we're just going to take a second to jump onto TradingView, and we'll be right back then. Brilliant, guys. So we're back on with Usman. We're just on TradingView, and he's going to break down his most recent trade on US 30.
Yeah. So in my strategy, actually, I only do I only trade the range of a particular instrument. Like during one day, when any of the instrument can move maximum from low to high. Like this is like the graphical representation of the tool which I use. Again, like this is from my mentor, which I told you like I followed, and this is completely statistical calculations. Like this is this dotted line here. You see, this is the minimum the day, and this dotted line is the maximum. Like from here to here, if we see, this is the maximum daily range of this US 30, which shows in pips like 600 something, which is written here. So during the day, when the day starts, this range up to the London start, this time block I only observe, and after this time block pass, I only look for the lows or highs based on the trend or at that time. So today, when this London start, we were already down up to this low of the day, which is statistically like low of this US 30, where I just decided to take the trades here. And my plan or the take profit was drive it all the way up to the top of this range. So because I know that these levels, that if it's going to bounce or if this is the low of the day, then it could go on average up to this level. But I take out my trades here because I had like as an overall profit, not as a single trade profit. So I have some other trades also on goals and the other NASDAQ and US S&P. So as when I reached the overall goal, I stopped here. Like all my trades, they got stopped somewhere here. But then it's again completed the full range, and still it's ranging on the top of the top of this candle.
Perfect. So
that's how I enter like within this, and also like S&P was also the same. When I hit it hit the dash. This is the low of the day. I entered some here, and we drove all the way up to this level. So this is basically which I used to trade like statistically any pair, how much I knew that how much it could range within the day, and then only look for the low or high at the time when I have to enter based on the trend. So this is how I use. Yeah.
Very good. So you're expecting ranges to be fulfilled, basically. I can see you're on the 15-minute chart, and then when you come to the charts in the morning, you're looking to see where price could move, whether it goes higher or lower. You know, because of figures like your pip range, you know where price is going to go if it goes up or down.
Even there is no chart. If you see, if there is no chart, I know at this time. At 10:30, I know that it could go here maximum, and it could go below like here, even without looking at the chart.
That's clever. Very clever. No, it's very clever, and thank you very much for obviously going through how you'd approach the market. Usman, I've had an absolute great time with you on this interview today. I'm sure it's not the last time that I'm going to hear from you. I will keep in touch with you, and I hope to be speaking with you very soon. Traders, if you are watching this, Usman's been absolutely great. Ask him any questions that you can in the comments, and I'm sure we'll hear from you soon, Usman. So thank you a lot for joining me today, and I'll speak to you very soon.
Thank you so much, and also giving me an opportunity to come here and speak. because FTP, personally, I really like this. I have accounts on other trading firms as well, but FTP was on the top.
Absolutely brilliant. And thanks a lot, Usman. I appreciate it. I'll see you
Thank
soon.
you.